Dr. Jordan Peterson blasts Canada's commissars after board threatens his medical license. That's right. The good doctor soon will no longer be a doctor. Well, he'll still have the ability to say he's a doctor. He won't be able to practice, though, should this go through. That's right. Probably for the best. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he's really helping a lot of people in the way he thinks he is. Alright, it's time to talk about Jordan Peterson. Oh, check out this drip, y'all. Okay, hold on.
Tell you about my suit first. Maybe
I knew it was going to be quiet.
That. Maybe you don't. The first thing you need to know is these are tiny Elon Musk heads. And
did not overhype this one, alright? This happened. This is real. Not a parody. Not a sketch.
Tell you about my suit first. Maybe you care about that. Maybe you don't. The first thing you need to know is these are tiny Elon Musk heads.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, no, this is real. Again, just like George Santos saying that he is the descendant of Ukrainian Holocaust survivors, I'm very happy this happened. This is good. This is good for the world because it's just so cringe. Like this is, starting 2023 out in the cringiest of ways. This is fucking hyper cringe, all right? Cringe beyond cringe we thought was humanly possible, scientifically possible. This is, again, one of the most incredible, cringiest things that have ever cringed. Thank you, Jordan.
And this is a Twitter suit. In the lining here, there's a bunch of comments from Twitter about another suit.
Okay, so I know I said it was the cringiest thing that ever cringed. I lied. It got more cringe. Somehow, the good doctor found a way. It's like, this isn't cringe enough. You can out-cringe yourself. You could definitely go more cringe.
This company made for me. This company is LGFG. And they came to me a couple of months ago and asked me if I
Did they say, can we make you an ill-fitting suit that's loaded with your bigotry, like all the Twitter shit that you say? Is that what they emailed you about?
Them to make me some suit.
Can you turn up the video? This is maxed out. I've not only turned this up all the way, we have it on a amplifier, 600% volume of the original clip. It's very quiet in this one. It's ASMR a little bit.
One for each of the rules from 12 Rules for Life. And they sent a little deck of creative ideas, and they were very creative. And so I thought, well, sure, why not? And so they've been working extremely hard and extremely creatively to make me these crazy suits. And so it's been kind of fun to wear them. I actually...
I mean, like, I don't know how I'd react to this if I got a letter that was like, yo, can we dress you up like a clown? How do you feel about this, Lance? Can we dress you up like a clown, man? And a whole bunch of the fucking tweets that you make on the inside. I think I'd be like, oh, that's a weird request. You want to dress me up like a clown, man? That just make me look real silly, like.
Turns out I like this. I didn't think I would necessarily. This kind of powder blue with beige, but it seems to be real nice. So it's fun.
So
I should tell you about my suit first.
I gotta tell you, on the left, I mean, I haven't experienced it. I know I'm not the biggest leftist, but I am certainly one of the larger lefty streamers / content creators, and I've never been offered some weird ass suits. I haven't had that yet. I am open to the proposal, though. I never said I'd say no. So if you're watching this now, you might be asking, why is Jordan Peterson dressing up? Why is he all fancy like? What's going on in his life? What's going on behind the scenes? Dr. Jordan Peterson blasts Canada's commissars after board threatens his medical license. That's right. The good doctor soon will no longer be a doctor. Well, he'll still have the ability to say he's a doctor. He won't be able to practice, though, should this go through. That's right. Probably for the best. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he's really helping a lot of people in the way he thinks he is. Dr. Jordan B. Peterson blasted Canada's commissars and penned a scathing letter to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau Tuesday after a leading association of his fellow psychologists threatened to go after his license over social media criticisms of the nation's far-left government. The College of Psychologists in Ontario ordered the best-selling author and Daily Wire host to undergo social media communications retraining or face a hearing on the potential suspension of his medical license. Social media communications retraining? That sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like the worst thing that Jordan Peterson can ever experience. That's gonna be rough. So, in a letter to Trudeau, Peterson vowed not to participate in the process and decried the effort to stifle free speech. Of course. So to maintain your medical license, you have to undergo more training. That's what everyone does, not just you. You're not special. This is everyone. But okay. You could say that this is about silencing your free speech. That's one way to look at it. Not true, but you could certainly say that and sell that to your fans. Quote, I simply cannot resign myself to the fact that in my lifetime I am required to resort to a public letter to the leader of my country to point out that political criticism has now become a crime in Canada, that if professionals dare engage in such activity, government-appointed commissars will threaten their livelihood, present them with the spectacle of denouncement and political disgrace. I'm sorry, what? A spectacle of denouncement and political disgrace? Okay, so if you didn't know this, I can tell you I've had family and friends who work in a variety of medical professions, and my friends who are nurses, they have to get more training to work in different fields. It's just a thing. That's what happens, is as their understanding, and I would say broadly speaking, science's understanding of a certain topic, speciality, field increases, yes, there's a requirement for people who practice medicine in a variety of capacities to upgrade their knowledge. You know, think of it as leveling up, +1. You get a little like achievement unlocked thing. So it's not a bad thing. Certainly not a spectacle of denouncement of political disgrace. To be like, so you need to just top up a wee bit. Okay, there's some new things you have to learn, old man. Breaking, the Ontario College of Psychologists has demanded that I submit myself to mandatory social media communication, retraining with their experts for, amongst other crimes, retweeting Pierre Poilievre and criticizing Justin Trudeau and his political allies. The thing that sucks about the lying Jordan Peterson, because he's a liar who lies for a living, is that there's a lot of people on the right who they see this thing, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, unchecked authority on all topics. That's what you are. Yeah. What's that, Sam Harris? You know a lot about brains. That's cool. Should you be giving your opinion on if black people are inherently lower IQ than white people? No, you shouldn't. Probably because, again, you do have a hyper-specialized specialty of which you know a lot, and I'm not going to contest that. You know infinitely more than I ever will on that one specific topic, but that doesn't make you an expert on IQ levels and if different artificial categories we've invented, you know, race, if they have lower or higher IQs based on their race. That's super weird, Sam Harris. You probably shouldn't be platforming the guy who popularized this idea in theory. It's super fucked up. That's super weird. You know, he was kind of disgraced for a reason, because like actual scientists like Stephen Jay Gould, when they looked at this entire idea that there's a difference in IQ levels for black and white people, they were like, what do you think that this data is demonstrating? Do you think that this is proving that there's such a thing as race? There isn't. We know that now. The Human Genome Project has mapped the human genome, so we know there's no such thing as race. We made it up. It's a human invention. We created it. It's just what is up here, you see. And if you don't think that one's enough, it's the fact that what is white has changed over time. It's like sometimes you're white, sometimes you're not. You know, back in the day, I wouldn't have been white enough, but today I'm as white can be. You know how that is, right? Sometimes there was Irish people who weren't white. There was Italian people who weren't white. Yeah, whiteness, it's just this artificial category. It's like that which is or is not white. That's the whole point of the racism. That's racism, if you want that explained. So why, Sam Harris, are you platforming this, man? Is really my question, and not pushing back on this, and then just saying like this is all a matter of scientific fact, you know? Like just being like, it's just, you were condemned, ostracized from the scientific community, and at the end of the day, you were just reporting on raw data and what you saw. And then again, real scientists like Stephen Jay Gould would come along and be like, what does that data demonstrate? Is it perhaps showing you what a representation would be if people are taking a testing skill-based exam and their preparation to that, and perhaps poverty levels, education levels, and how different people are treated differently based on arbitrary nonsense, racist shit? Is that what it's showing? More than it's showing brain power, brain juice, if you will. Is IQ truly the brain juice in us all? That's probably something that should be brought up at the start. Like, you should forward that before it's like, hey, I'm going to bring on Charles right now, put him on the show. You might want to preface with, by the way, there's no such thing as race. Trying to say that there's a difference in representational intelligence based on IQ testing, and then broadly speaking, trying to categorize that by race is actually super fucking racist and weird, and not something that people outside of maybe the skull measuring community should be engaged in. That's what you should start with, and then be like, and what do you have to say about this? You know? And now I'm welcoming my guest that I have chosen to bring on. Sorry, that was a IQ lock. The current grievance against Peterson is just the latest of several investigated by the college, with prior complaints having been dismissed. Peterson's latest alleged transgressions include retweeting Conservative Party leader Pierre Poilievre's criticism of Trudeau, blasting Trudeau's former senior aide, Gerald Butts, New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, and tweeting opposition to a plan by Ottawa police to take custody of the children of the trucker convoy protesters, and telling Joe Rogan's podcast audience that acceptance of radical gender theory is a sign of civilization collapsing, and that climate change models are unreliable. Like, not only are they reliable, it is just... I am in absolute and constant awe of the multitude and variety of fields and disciplines of which I will never truly understand, working together to give us these kind of models that have predictability at such astonishing levels. Like that again, scientists, I tip my hat to you. I salute you. I do not have the power to do this, and it's so wonderful that you do. And it sucks that people like Jordan Peterson come along and it's like, oh, there's unreliable data. We'll see who climate change is who. Peterson called Butts a stunning, corrupt, and incendiary fool, and a prick in a pair of February tweets. Another tweet in February, at the height of the Canada trucker protests against vaccine mandates. Well, it was eventually about Trudeau and freedom. Peterson called Trudeau a puppet. The tweets were amongst a tranche sent to the college in early March by an anonymous complaint. College Executive Director Rick Morris said he reviewed the tweets, as well as a transcript from Peterson's January 25th, 2022 appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, and determined they warrant an investigation. The probe appears to have expanded to include subsequent social media posts by Peterson, including a May Twitter post in which he criticized Sports Illustrated for putting plus-size swimsuit model Yumi Nu on the cover. Sorry, not beautiful. No amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that. Would not smash. He also tweeted that the movie star, who now claims, I'm reading the Daily Wire. I was like, wait, this is transphobic. Oh, it's the Daily Wire. Makes sense. Okay, so Elliot Page, who is a man, and does not claim to be a man, is a man, goes by Elliot Page, had a mastectomy performed by a criminal physician. A criminal physician. Who can forget that one? Who can forget that entire take? The college's government-regulated association that regulates and has the authority to sanction psychologists, ostensibly to protect the health and safety of the workers and the public, but Peterson charged that the Ontario Professional Organization has been hounding him since 2017, when his viral video lectures made him an international star, who now boasts 50 million followers on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. This is like a PR for Jordan Peterson, because if you didn't know, Jordan Peterson is now super deep into the Daily Wire. Hold up. His catalog is massive. Whoa. Last chance, holiday sale, 30% off. Use code HOLIDAY. And I get all this. Dennis Prager. Transphobia. Wow. The Twitter files. How Twitter let the intelligence community in. How could they? It's not like there hasn't already been whistleblowers to say there is actually cooperation done with social media and government. They're private industries, but they've gotten to a certain size, and obviously they dictate public discourse and conversation. And so, yes, there has been an interest in the government in one way or another regulating it. So. The current grievance against Peterson is just the latest of several investigated by the college, with prior complaints having been dismissed. Peterson's latest alleged transgressions include retweeting Conservative Party, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I read all this. Let's get to the end. While Peterson's clashes with the college may be partly due to the unusual circumstance of a member and practicing psychologist also being an internationally recognized thought leader, he has said the constant battles show the process is the punishment. Peterson claims several of his peers, both in medicine and academia. Can we be totally clear about what's going down here? This is Jordan Peterson refusing to upgrade his education profile as is required by the board that certifies him. So the board that certifies him is like, you have to take this course, as does everyone else. So you can do that. It's up to you. Jordan Peterson 100% got complaints about additional behavior. He's absolutely just using this. Well, he's doing what he always does. He takes something that has a crumb of truth and then all of a sudden meshes it, like blends it together with everything else. As if that this is like a new reality. Elon Musk, 1984, Brave New World, Fahrenheit 451. You are here. Oh, the epic. Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form, available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Juste, we shall spend many a generations building mighty cathedrals in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your oafish jesters, here to offer you a laugh at any opportunity. To our brave knights of the Round Table, Rachel K., Izzy Solidarity, Victoria Bell, Sebastian Demel, Mark Harmon, Benji Arney, Scary Earth Human, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, Everything Important, Hegbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Doug Cady, Daniel Sutton, Jenna Tao, Dark Puppy, Quiet One 85, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Trevbot EXE, Brian Ephraim, Anthropophojack, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Incosin, Ralph Parler, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, La Media Panza, Todd Buckingham, and Todd La Jeunesse. We salute our valiant heroes off to fight injustice everywhere.